Hey, how are you? I'm Jane Ju. So today right now I'm going to walk through my assignment which is to build a logical data model. So first of all, I designed some user cases for the assignment. Is that first of all, the registered individuals, a staff member can enter a new individual or family into a system to capture some unique or demographic information like the name, the date of birth, the citizen status, and visa type, such kind of that. And also, a staff member can use this to assign the housing, to connect to a system program, and also assign the legal representative to different individuals. So first of all, let's move on to the UML diagram I created this time. So let's first dive into the most important part is that the individual. So the individual may have some private keys, like they contain some private information, like the individual ID, like the social security number of different individuals, and also their first name and last name, which are both text, and also the date of birth, the country of birth, uh, the name of the mother, the citizen status tax, and the visa status tax. And also here is another foreign key, which is family ID, which can be public to different members. So the relationship between the individual and housing in that here's the arrow means that the individual is assigned to the housing. So or in another word, reversely, we can see that the housing can have multiple or many individuals. So then for the housing, first of all, we have some private keys, either the housing ID, which can be seen as an integer in this format, and also some foreign keys that can be public, either which individual are is in the housing type, which is the individual ID or the shelter ID. And here's the housing type. The format is text, and it can only be the bed or family room, which can be seen one of the constraints here. And also we have housing begin date with the date format and housing end date. And the other constraint is that it must hold the assumption that can be maximum 6 months after the housing begin date. So then let's move on. So I developed two other entities here for the housing, and the bed can be seen one type of the housing, and the family room can be the other type of the housing, because like the housing here in the scenario can only has two types. So for each entity, for each type, they have different private keys, like the numbers, the room ID, and also which individual are in the bed or which individuals are in the family room. So here is a relationship between the housing and the shelter, is that the housing belongs to one shelter. So or in another word, conversely, is that one shelter can have different housings. So all this are private keys, like the shelter ID, the name, because we may have different shelter, like shelter A, shelter B, shelter C, and also like corresponded unique address. And then let's go back to the individual. So then here we can see that the one individual can have different associate, can connect to different assistant program. Like the private here is the program ID, the name, the start end dates, and also probably some kind of like the program descriptions in the text format. And then let's move on to the relationship between the individual and the legal representative. So here's error here is that the one or more legal representative is or are held by or assigned to one individual, or different individual, or in other words, reversely, is that one individual can have zero or more legal representative here. So the private key here is the representative ID, the first name, last name, and also their contact info, like email or phone number, and also the foreign key, that the related individual ID. Thank you.